Good morning, everyone. So take a seated position, and I'm going to invite you to just connect with your breath. And you might place hands on your body, one on your chest, one on your diaphragm. Breathing in, nose, chest, belly. Breathing out, belly, chest, nose. And we're looking for long, smooth breath. Smooth being more important than long, so that your breath flows in and out easily. And taking a moment to notice how your body feels today. We've already decided we're going to work on the neck and the hips, but once you check in, if there's anything else that you want to add, just let me know. And so as you notice how you're feeling now, thinking about how you want to feel when we're done with practice today. Right? Do you have a lot to do? Do you want to be energized? Do you want to be relaxed? You know, does some part of your body hurt? You want it to feel better? And then when you're ready to begin, we're going to find that tennis ball that hopefully everybody has a tennis ball. You're going to release your hands. Find your tennis ball, and what I want you to do, we're gonna take your tennis ball and you're gonna bring it to the top outside of one hip and make your way down onto your elbow. And then you're gonna roll the tennis ball into the center of your glute, and you're gonna control how much weight is on that tennis ball with your elbow, right? You're gonna go ahead and press into your feet or your elbow. If it feels too intense, thank you. You're going to lift yourself up. Of course, if it's too intense, you're just going to get rid of the tennis ball, right? So why are we doing this? To loosen up the connective tissue around the pelvis, since we decided we're going to focus on hips. And I'm looking for cringing faces. I don't see any yet. You want to make sure that you keep breathing. Okay? Now, once you do some exploration and you see, and especially if it's your first time ever doing this, it might be a little bit sensitive. Now, when you come up, you're going to then take the tennis ball around your sits bone, not your elbow, but your sits bones in your pelvis. So you could be on your hands or your elbows. You're going to lift yourself up and just roll. So the sits bones are those pokey parts in the bottom of your pelvis, right, that we sit on. And again, you're controlling how much weight is in the tennis, pressing into the tennis ball. And as you're rolling, you might notice some spots that are a little tender or numb, or, just kind of notice what is. Now, when we feel, and we all might feel done at different times, but when you feel done with that side, we're going to make our way to the second side. And again, start at the top of the hip, make your way down onto your elbow, and work the tennis ball into the center of your glute. And the nice thing is, if you decide that you really like this and it feels really good, you take the tennis ball home with you and you keep doing it, right? Because sometimes when we start something like this, it feels like we could use a lot more time than I'm allotting. So then you do it on your own. So again, we're making our way from the top outside of the hip into the center of the glute. Whenever you feel complete with doing this, you're going to make your way up to a seated position. And again, lift your hips up and make your way, tennis ball, around the second sits bone. As I'm doing this, I'm noticing some interesting spots, even though I do this quite often. So, all right. So again, you're going to start to feel complete with this at some point. Whenever you do, we're going to put the tennis ball off to a safe place. We're not done with it for today, but for now we're done with it. And we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. And as you do that, I want you to take a moment to still connect with your breath, right? So we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. And you are going to connect with your breath. And then wrists are slightly in front of the shoulders, knees slightly behind the hips. We're going to engage those lower abdominals so that your back is flat, so that we don't have an arch happening here, and so that you're using, the muscles of the front and the back. So we're going to inhale up with our flat back, exhale into our child's pose. And you can do that a few times with your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And this is a great time, to check in with the neck, the shoulders, the hips, the back body. How is everything feeling today? Now, next time we're up on our hands and knees, we're going to take the left arm and the right leg and stretch them out. Vision is going to stay towards the ground. The foot is flexed, and the palm is pressing in towards the center. And feel your core engage as you're engaging your arm and your leg. Now on an exhale, you're going to take the hand and the knee down, come into your child's pose. And on the inhale, we'll come up and take the second side. So again, flex the foot, palm pressing in towards the center. We're going to stay here for a breath or two so that we're even left to right. And then again, on an exhale, hand comes down, knee comes down, come into your child's pose. And now we're going to try to alternate with the breath. So you're going to inhale up, arm and leg, opposite arm and leg, exhale into child's pose. And then take the second side. Inhale up, exhale down, and you're alternating with your breath. And you're just noticing, how does the breath move? How does your body feel? Is one side easier than the other? Now, next time you do the right arm and the left leg, and you come back up into your tabletop position, we're going to pause for a moment. And then I want you to take your right leg behind you. You're going to turn the toes underneath and reach your heel towards the ground. So you're kind of pressing away with your hands and reaching towards the ground with your heel, though most of us, that heel is not going to come to the ground. And you're still breathing. Now we're going to shift your weight forward a little bit, lift that leg up, bend the knee, and press the bottom and flex your foot, press the heel up like you're trying to lift the ceiling. Keep breathing. Notice how you're using your hands, even though we're working on the legs. And then we're going to safely bring that right knee down. Shifting your weight again, we're going to take the left toes under, start to reach the left heel towards the ground. Pushing away gently with the hands. Breathing. And again, as you start to feel complete with this, you're going to shift your weight forward a little bit, lift up the leg, bend the knee, flex the foot, and press the foot up. Again, like you're trying to lift up. Notice how you use your upper body. Keep breathing. And again, as you feel complete, we're going to take that knee down and make our way into child's pose. Pause for a moment, but continue to breathe. And then, as you're ready, inhaling up to a tabletop, we're going to step the left foot forward into a modified lunge. So the right knee is still on the ground. And again, you want that knee behind the hip so that you feel a little bit of opening in the front of the hip flexor. Foot and knee pulling in towards the center, hands up onto the thigh. And if it's comfortable, reach up towards the sky. Continue to breathe. And now imagine that your head is in line with your arms, and you're going to start to open your face and your chest up towards the ceiling. Continue to breathe. On an exhale, we're going to take the hands towards the ground. The right hand's going to stay down, left hand up onto the thigh, and gently twist your belly towards the thigh. If it's comfortable, you might reach that left arm up, or you might continue to press the hand into the thigh. Kind of see which feels better, right? With an exhale, hand comes down, body turns towards the ground. Carefully, we're going to step that front foot back and then bring the other one forward. So now you have your right foot forward, left knee is behind the hip, so you're opening up that hip flexor, foot and knee pulling towards one another, hands up onto the thigh, still breathing, possibly reaching both arms up, arms in line with the ears. And again, you're moving this whole upper part of the body back if you're coming back. So you're not just dropping your head. Opening the heart center. Now this time when we exhale down, we're going to take the hands to the ground, step that front foot back, turn your toes under and slide back into a down dog, right? And so possibly straightening your legs, pedaling through your feet, maybe the knees are bent, making sure we're using fingers, not just wrists. And then very carefully, we're gonna either hop or walk the feet forward into our forward bend. Hands come onto the legs. And we're gonna inhale halfway up, exhale in towards the legs. Doing that a few times with your breath. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling down. Last time. And we're gonna hold this position, right? So I want you to bring your shoulders back a little bit, opening up the heart center. Engage those lower abdominals. So it's a little bit of work to hold yourself here. Now, an option for what we're going to do next would be to have your hands on the wall. So if you feel pull in your back, flip yourselves around, put your hands on the wall, or bend your knees, okay? So we're going to stretch out the right arm, turn your head to the left. Inhale there, exhale, back to the center with the head and the arm. Inhale, left arm extends, head turns to the right. Exhale, back to center, hand comes down. We're going to do that a couple more times on each side, moving with your breath. Again, if it doesn't feel good on your back body, you could stand up and do this, have your hands against the wall. Keep breathing as you move. And this will be, the next time you do your second side and you come back to the center, we're going to inhale up to standing. All right, how are we doing? Now that you're standing, I want you to roll through the shoulders a couple times. So the inhale is going to be up with the shoulders, exhale, slide them down the back body. Just moving with your breath. And we're going to find our tennis ball one more time. Looking to see if my online people are standing up yet. Okay, we're going to roll through your feet. And if you've not done this before, again, you decide how much pressure goes into the tennis ball, and you're going to try to touch all the different parts of your feet. The heel, the arch, padded part under the toes. I'm really addicted to doing this, so you may be too. And yes, you can take the tennis ball home. Okay. So, and it's really nice because all the different points in your feet, you know, so much going on. We're stretching the connective tissue, you know, waking up the different muscles that you don't necessarily know that you use, hitting the reflexology points. We're going to move to the second foot. It also gives your brain and your heart, body temperature all a moment to catch up if needed. So we're still breathing. And you might notice a big difference from left foot to right foot or not. You're just noticing what is. We don't need to judge it. So again, eventually we're going to come to a place where we stop rolling the second foot. We're going to take that tennis ball and put it into some safe place. And then as you're ready, making your way towards the front of your mat, feet about hip width apart, take a moment to connect with your breath. Arms are down at the sides of the body. And the inhale is going to be arms come up, base stays forward, exhale, arms come down. So nice and easy at first. And whenever you're ready, and then if it feels good, you're going to come up onto the toes, inhale up, exhale down. Moving with your breath. One more time. Now this next time that we come up, you're going to take one arm forward, one arm back, and the hands are going to meet overhead. And you might do the first time with your feet flat, and we'll alternate sides, right? And then after, you might come up onto your toes. And your vision stays forward, your body stays forward. There's a little pivot that may happen, but the focus is moving the arms and meeting the hands overhead. With your breath, so the inhale again is up, exhale is down. Very nice. And even though it seems like a really simple thing, a lot's happening inside that brain. Okay, next time, again, when you do your second side, we're going to pause for a moment, take your hands onto your thighs. Inhale's going to be up, exhale, you're going to slide down the legs. We're going to do this 3 times at your own pace, keeping the hands connected to your legs. Inhale is up, exhale is down. And last time, and this last time, when we come into our forward bend, we're going to stay down here. And you might hold on to your elbows and let your hands hang. But we're going to see if we can release the head and the shoulders, let the body release down from the hips, and then possibly gently moving side to side, left to right. If that doesn't feel good, you might stay in the center. And if it doesn't feel good to let your body drop, and you need to keep your muscles engaged, then I invite you to do that as well. Now we're going to come through the center, release the hands, and you might have your hands on blocks here, or you might take them down to the floor. We're going to step back with the right foot, nice deep lunge. And again, hands up onto the thigh, arms in line with the ears, possibly. You could also keep your hands on your thigh or on the floor. Continue to breathe. Now on an exhale, we are going to take the hands down to the ground. We're going to take that front foot and reach it up towards the sky, like in a 3-legged down dog. So inhale is up here, exhale, hands come down. Sweep that back foot up towards the sky. And we're not opening up the hips, right? So the foot stays flexed. And on an inhale, we're going to sweep that leg forward. And then we're going to pivot the back foot to the ground. So now we're in warrior 1 legs, hands come up onto the thigh. And you want to make sure that your feet are still as wide as your hips. So if your foot is in line with the back foot's in line with the front foot, you might be wobbly. Okay, front knee is bent. You can see your big toe. Hands reach up towards the sky. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 on the inhale. Left arm forward, right arm back. Next inhale, we're going to open up the palms. So you're looking at that front hand, right? You're feeling those fingertips reach away from you. Next inhale, back arm comes to the thigh. Front arm reaches up overhead. Still breathing. Next inhale, we're going to unwind. Back to warrior 1. Now options here, you could have your arms up on your hips, out to the side. You're going to decide. We're going to pivot up onto the back toes. Front knee is still bent. And you're going to press with that back toe, lift yourself up, and then slowly on the exhale, make your way into some variation of Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Beautiful. Now, when you're ready to come down, you're going to bend that front knee and step back into your Warrior 1. This time when we exhale, we're going to take the hands to the ground and the back foot forward into a forward bend. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And pause for a moment. How's your body temperature? How's your heart rate? How you doing? Okay. On an inhale, reach those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, slide halfway up the legs. Exhale deeply in towards your legs. This time we're going to take the left foot back into a nice deep lunge. Feet pulling towards one another, hands up onto your thigh, or reaching towards the sky. Connect with your breath and your body, what's happening here. On an exhale, hands come down to the ground, front foot reaches towards the sky, three-legged down dog. And again, the foot is flexed, the hips are closed, you're still breathing, long, smooth breaths. On an inhale, that right foot sweeps forward into your lunge, pivot that back foot to the ground, hands to the thigh, or up towards the sky, connect with the breath. Where's your focus? On an inhale, right arm forward, left arm back, vision stays over that front hand. Next inhale, palms open up. Keep breathing. And again, it's like those fingertips are trying to get away from you and you're looking at them, watching them trying to leave. Next inhale, back hand down, front hand going up towards the sky or overhead. Continuing to breathe. Front knee is still bent. And again, next inhale, we're going to unwind to a Warrior 1. Then decide where you want your hands to be. And again, pivoting up onto the back toes. Connect with your breath and your balance. We're going to lift that back foot. Whenever your exhale comes, the leg lifts and the body moves towards the floor. Find your breath and your balance. Keep your focus. And again, when you're ready to come down, you're going to bend that front knee and step back. Reach your arms to the sky. And whenever your exhale comes, we'll end in our forward bend, hands to the ground, back foot forward. Inhale, reach towards the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart center. All right, beautiful. So again, how's the breath? How's the body, the heart rate? We're going to do some balance. So if you want to make your way to a wall or stay in the center of the room, you're going to decide. Also, some of you may want to have a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a sock or a belt. So they are in the closet to the left, if you want to get them. All right, so we're going to take our weight onto our left foot. And you're going to feel that foot on the ground, right? Now, options, you could bring the right knee up and hold the inside of the knee, or you could take the strap on the padded part of the foot and walk it up, or you could hold on to your big toe, right? And you're going to find your breath and your balance, and we want the leg no higher than our hip. And you're going to breathe and focus, and then we're going to slowly open that leg out to the side. Keep breathing. When you feel complete, making your way back to the center and carefully bringing that foot down to the ground. Go ahead and catch up. No worries. So as you're doing this, and I love that some of you kind of switched part way, you can absolutely do that. So again, you're going to take your weight into the right foot now, Bring up the left knee, either holding onto the knee, holding onto the big toe, or having your strap on the padded part of the foot. Bringing that leg up, connect with your breath. Where's your breath? Where's your focus? Find a non-moving spot, maybe a meter out in front of you on the floor, your drishti, and then possibly moving that knee or leg out to the side without shifting your body off to the side, right? Breathe and focus. Again, as you feel complete on an inhale, leg or knee come back to the center. And you're going to carefully take that foot down to the floor. We're going to, since we all happen to have a strap, might as well do something else with it, right? So what I want you to do is hold your strap in front. And we're going to take it about shoulder distance apart. Okay? And you're going to pull, right? And notice as you pull on that strap where you feel sensation in your body. And you're going to keep breathing. Okay? Now we're going to take that strap up overhead. Keep breathing, pulling. We're going to come back down to shoulder height and then relax the arms for just a moment and roll through the shoulders. Still holding onto your strap because we're going to use it again. All right, now, when you're done rolling the shoulders, strap comes up, shoulder height, gentle tug. If you start to lose your balance, you're going to pull more on the strap. Weight into the right foot, left foot comes up, and let that leg, flex that foot, let that leg be your guide, right? As the leg lifts, possibly the body comes forward. And again, if you lose your balance, pull more on the strap. On an inhale, you're going to lift up, and you're going to bring that knee forward, same side. Place it down on the ground and relax the arms. Very nice. Let's do the second side. Strap comes up, shoulder height, gentle tug. Weight in the left foot. Right foot comes behind you. You flex it. You let that leg be your guide. As the leg comes up, the body follows. Keep breathing. And when you're ready to come out, on the inhale, your body comes up. Bring your arms to shoulder height. That knee lifts up. Very nice. And then we take that foot down to the ground. And now we can get rid of our straps. So feel your feet on the ground. Take a moment, connect with the heart, the breath. And we're going to make like cacti. Although this is not called cactus pose, just so you know, eagle pose. So you're gonna, so option, if you have any injuries, surgeries, you're gonna do elbows, forearms, palms, and lift up. And some of you, just how you're built, it might need to be like that. Otherwise, you're gonna bring right elbow to center, left elbow over top, backs of the hands or palms together. Again, lift those elbows up, keep breathing. And as we're here, and this isn't the full pose, but I want you to notice how you feel in your upper back body and in your neck. Now, when and if you're ready, you're going to sit back like you're sitting into a chair. And today, let's take that left leg possibly over top. So you keep your standing leg bent, the other leg crosses over. Your foot can be on the floor, lifted, or wrapped around your calf. You're going to find that place that works for you. Keep breathing, make sure the lower back feels good, lower abdominals engaged. On an inhale, we're going to release. And bring the leg and arms down. That was really nice. So let's do the second side. Elbows bent. And again, left arm to center, right elbow over top. Backs of the hands or palms together. Lift the elbows up so they're not resting on your chest. We're going to sit back like you're sitting into a chair, so let those hips go a little bit. Engage those lower abdominals. Right leg comes over top. Don't lose the bend in your left leg. Foot is lifted on the ground or wrapped around your calf. Breathe and focus. Again, looking for that non-moving spot out in front of us. And again, when you're ready on your inhale, release and relax. So one more time, let's roll through the shoulders. And then we're going to make our way down to the ground into some sort of squat, okay? And I would suggest putting a rolled blanket under your heels, but you don't have access to them, so you might put a block under your bottom, or you might have your feet wide with your toes turned out, but you're gonna come down into some sort of squat. Hands at the forehead or at the heart center. Long, smooth breaths. And here we're actually looking for a rounded back, right? So you could straighten your back or you can round it. We're gonna focus on rounding it a little bit so the chin comes towards the chest. And then we're gonna take your right arm to the front inside of the knee and you're gonna bend your elbow so that your palm turns up. So here we're stretching the shoulder and it's possible that it doesn't work for your body. And then you're going to take the other arm to the inside of the other knee. And again, bend the elbow so that the palm is up. Some of you will connect your hands behind your ankles. Some of us will not. Keep breathing. So do you feel the stretch in your shoulders or the upper back body? No, not at all. All right, then very carefully, we're going to release the hands and make our way down to the ground. And if kneeling is okay, I'm going to invite you to sit on your heels. If that doesn't work for you, you can be in an upright position. All right, so and some of you will use a block in front of you here. So we're going to start with the arms at the sides. Inhale, both arms come up alongside the ears. Exhale, hands to the pelvis, forehead towards the ground. Inhale, arms sweep forward. Exhale, hands to the pelvis, palms up, forehead towards the ground. You're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Again, noticing all those wonderful parts of the body, the shoulders, the hips. Now we're going to change it up a little bit. So this next time, we're going to inhale up. We're going to take the right hand onto the pelvis. So now inhale is going to be up here with the arm, body straight. Exhale, you're going to take your head and arm towards the ground. Turn your head away from the arm. Inhale, come back to center. And we're going to stay on the same side. 3 more times on this side. Head turning away from the arm. Noticing any sensation or lack of in your head, neck, and shoulders. Last time. And when you come up this time, we're going to switch arms. And so now inhale will be face forward, arm up. Exhale, head turns away. And again, 3 more times. Beautiful. So when we come up this time, I want you to pause for a moment. If you have a block there, we're going to move it on away. So we will need a block for when we come down onto our back bodies. But for now, I'm going to have you sit on your bottom. And your hands are going to start on the ground behind you, but we may move them, okay? So what I want you to do, see if you can, we rolled on the sits bones earlier, right? See if you can feel your butt on the ground, right? Yeah, you might need to move those glutes out of the way. We're going to lean back a little bit. You might bend your elbows. We're going to take the feet off the ground. Now, some of you might do 1 foot at a time, okay? Possibly the toes are in line with the ears. Possibly your feet stay on the floor, okay? Now you might keep your hands on the ground. You might hold your legs, or you might have your hands on either side of your legs. Vision towards your toes. And some of you might even straighten your legs, keeping your eyes in line with your toes. My body's not doing that today, so keep breathing. On an inhale, we're going to take the legs down and arms up towards the sky. Exhale into your forward bend. Inhale, body up again. Exhale, we're going to come back into that modified boat pose. Okay, now we're going to move with the breath. Woo. Inhale, legs extend, arms come up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, body up. Exhale, find your boat pose. Again, at your own pace. Inhale, extend arms and legs. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, come back. This time we're going to hold the pose again, but you're going to keep breathing like you should be able to talk to me, given the opportunity. And then on an inhale, last time, extend, exhale, into your forward bend. We're going to pause for a moment. And then I'm going to have you open up your legs into a wide angle. And here, like you want the legs wide, but not so wide that you couldn't move them further, right? You don't want to be at your edge, okay? Feet are flexed. We're gonna keep the left hand down on the leg, lift the right arm up. Inhale up here, exhale, reach your fingertips towards the foot. Inhale up, same side. Exhale down. And last time, inhale up, exhale down. This time we're gonna stay here. You're gonna take that left arm and reach towards the right leg. I know you're like, what? Keep breathing. On an inhale, lengthen your body. Exhale, turn towards your leg. And then inhale, come on up. And we're gonna switch sides. Okay? And of course, you move in a way, you all know, yoga is not about hurting, right? So if it doesn't feel good, you just don't do it and you modify, right? And if you're not sure, you ask me. Inhale is up, exhale, slide down towards the right leg. Again, we're staying on the same side. Inhale is up, exhale down. Don't anticipate what's coming up. Exhale down. Now again, wherever that hand comes to, it stays. And then you're going to take that right arm underneath, look for your left leg. Keep breathing. And again, with an inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn towards the leg. And inhale, come on up. Beautiful. Then let's bend both our knees. Take your feet flat on the ground. So we have them fairly wide. And you're going to have your hands on your legs. Inhale up and exhale. Real rounded back here. Chin towards the chest. And then with an inhale, slide on up. So this is the time we're going to transition onto our back. So I just want you to think of a safe way to get yourself onto your back body. And you're going to have your block and your strap close by. We're good. All right, so you're going to make your way onto your back body. And here we're going to have the knees bent. And what I want you to do is feel what parts of the body are connected to the floor. So you're going to feel like the hips and the shoulders and the head and the feet, noticing what is connected. Feet are about hip width apart, maybe 4 to 6 inches from your buttocks so that you'll be able to lift your hips. So when you're ready, we're going to just start to tilt the pelvis. Inhale, the pelvis tilts up. Exhale, pelvis tilts down. Okay? Now, and notice again, as you're rocking through the pelvis, what parts of the body connect and disconnect from the floor. Now we're going to start to, well, we're going to stop rocking the pelvis. We're going to start to lift the pelvis, and we're going to take the right arm up, turn the head to the left as the pelvis and chest come up. Exhale, head to the center, pelvis down, arm down. Alternate sides. Left arm up, head turns away, pelvis up. On the inhale, exhale, head to center, arm down, hips down. And continue on at your own pace. And if one aspect doesn't work for your body for today, don't do it, okay? Now the next time you finish your second side, we're going to pause. You're going to notice how you're feeling. You're going to find your strap, if you have one, and place it around the padded part of your feet. So the padded part underneath your toes. And you're going to have your feet about hip width apart. And you're going to walk your hands up the strap so that your elbows are straight. So now the inhale is back body on the ground, legs perpendicular to the floor, or however your body makes that position. Exhale, you're going to bring the legs and the head towards one another. Inhale, head down, legs away. Exhale, move head and legs towards one another. And it's possible that you'd prefer to hold on to your legs instead of using the strap. That would absolutely be okay. It's also possible you want to keep your head down and just move through your legs, right? So a little bit of exploration to see what feels best in your body. Now, next time the legs are away, we're going to walk the feet wide again. And you could still have the strap on. We're going to come into what is known as happy baby or dead bug pose. And you might hold on to your feet, or you might hold on to that strap. You might remain stationary, or you might gently move side to side. You're going to see what feels good to you in your body. Now, eventually, holding on to the right foot, with or without the strap, you're going to stretch the left leg towards the floor, letting it hover. Foot is flexed. And if your hand doesn't hold on to your foot, you could hold on to your calf or the back of your thigh. Keep breathing. Very carefully, we're going to bring in the left knee and hold on to wherever you can on the left leg and stretch the right leg out. Again, hovering over the floor, foot flexed. Still breathing. And again, we're going to bring in the right knee, holding on to both knees, maybe taking your knees in a circular motion a few times in each direction, or maybe just holding on to them, letting the low back relax into the ground. Again, connecting with your breath and your body and how you're doing right now. And this is the time where I want you to check in with your body and see if there's anything else that your body needs before you make your way into Shavasana. And Shavasana has a bunch of different names: corpse pose, dead man's pose, final relaxation, but you're going to get yourself into a comfy place. It could be laying flat on the ground. It could be having your legs up the wall. You could have a little support under your knees or under your neck, but you're going to get yourself comfortable. So comfortable that you don't have to think about how your body's doing, right? You can just relax. And then as you settle in, you're going to check and make sure, like, is there anything else that you can do to have yourself be a little bit more comfortable here? Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Naha Prachodayate. So, if you'd like to join me for a short breathing and focus practice, I invite you to sit up now, slowly, gently. If you prefer to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, I invite you to do that. And so, as you come into this comfortable seated place, let's take our palms and open them up on the legs. And what I want you to do is you're going to take your thumb and your index finger towards one another and then release them and then do the same thing on the middle finger and then the ring finger and then the pinky, right? So inhale, apart, exhale, they come together. Inhale, apart, exhale, next finger comes together. Okay? So you're going to get the hands moving with your breath. And then we're going to add in a sound, okay, if you choose. So just take a moment to connect with your breath. And remember that the inhale, we're going to be breathing in and having the fingers part. The exhale will make the sound and the fingers will come together. Okay? And we're going to just alternate the fingers, right? And you're going to do both hands at the same time. And the sound, just to keep it simple, let's go ah. Okay, so like A-H, ah. So inhale. Ah. Whenever your inhale comes, you inhale, fingers apart. Exhale, thumb and middle finger. Ah. Inhale, part. Exhale, ring finger. Ah. And pinkies. Next time we're going to do the same sound, but we're going to do it silently. So it's going to be on your own in your head. So even if you weren't making it out loud, I'm going to invite you to make it silently in your head. Okay? So inhale, fingers apart, exhale, thumb to index fingers. Inhale apart, exhale, middle fingers. Inhale apart, exhale, ring fingers. Inhale apart, exhale, pinkies. And then I'm going to invite you to put your hands in whatever position feels good. It could be having your palms open on your legs. It could be turning your palms down or having your hands at your heart center. And just focusing on your breath and possibly that sound ah in your head. We're going to do this for a few breaths, maybe a minute or so. Just seeing if you can focus on your breath and or the sound ah silently inside of your mind. And the reflection question I'll leave you with is, what in your life makes you feel or want to say ah? What do you really want in your life? What makes you feel hopefully you're going to go do something that makes you feel good. And if not, what can you do to make you feel good? So taking a moment to come back to your breath and your body and your mind, thanking yourself for getting here and doing the practice. And let's inhale those arms up towards the sky. We'll make the sound Q to the heart. Q. Inhaling the arms out, palms open, the sound Ah to the heart. Ah. And scooping up from the ground, the sound Om to the heart. Om. So thank you all for joining me. Namaste.